All right, guys, let's do it. Another episode of Talk Supe coming up. All right, just your average Joe here with, as I said, another episode of Talk Supe. And we are going to, or I should say, I am going to be discussing, I'm by myself today, the latest episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was episode 4. The whole world is watching. Leaves us 2 episodes left of the season. And I got to say, so far, I know we only got 4 episodes. I did like each episode as they progressed. I would have to say, and I think a lot of people are with me, that this was clearly the best episode so far. And again, I know it's a shortened series. There's only 6 episodes. It's not like WandaVision where there was 9. But yes. So, the good thing about this series I've liked so far, and I've said this before, is that you can really do away with the speculation, the rumors. There are Easter eggs, but there's really not much that you can be like, oh, I think this is going to happen, or this is going to show up, or he's going to show up. Despite there's a couple of characters you can speculate that might show up or appear in this series. Again, we only have 2 episodes left, but it's not like WandaVision where it felt like you were trying to unravel or unwrap a mystery in every episode, and some episodes several different mysteries. I like that this is a very MCU. Very MCU heavy show from the start. A lot of action, especially this last episode. We got a hint of Io's character from Wakanda, from Black Panther, Civil War. We got the Dora Milaje in this episode. Zemo again. I think Zemo was my favorite part of the previous episode. I really liked the way Zemo's character was. In that episode, and again in this episode, again a little creepy. He was probably a van short of a child snatcher in this episode, but still good all the same. And a lot of I think I said this previously in the last episode that we did last week. I really can't remember. I have to go back and watch, but I felt like we were going towards John Walker's character of the Captain America, U.S. agent, whatever you want to call him. And I thought it was very, it was very known that he was probably going to be taking the serum. Was just how is he going to get his hands on it? I think was the more the better question. But from the episode, especially when we see Carly have the super soldier serum on her, I was like, okay, well, he's going to get his hands on it somehow, And then when we get the Zemo scene where he holds it in his hand, for a split second, you think, wait, what is he going to do with this? And then, of course, in good Zemo fashion, he just throws it down, smashes them, and tries to smash all of them, to which he thinks he got them all. But, of course, we find out there was that one vial tucked between a couple of water bottles. And, John Walker finds it, and then we come to find out near the end of that episode that he did in fact take it. It was speculation at first, and then when he gets into the fighting action, especially when he bends that pipe, and the one of the flag smashers was like, oh shit, like he knew he fucked up. And then there was another thing too. I just felt, as I rewatched it, I watched it again, and I knew from the first watching that there was going to be that the catalyst of John Walker going even over the edge was going to be with Lamar and Battlestar's character dying. I knew something bad was going to happen. I at first thought something was going to happen. I honestly thought that when he was tied up, I thought the water dripping was actually gasoline. I thought that part of the warehouse was going to blow up. And then he got out, and when he jumped in front of John Walker and intercepted Carly, I was like, okay, well, here it comes. And then, of course, we get that tremendous scene at the end where he comes down hard with the shield. I honestly thought he was going to be decapitating the guy. I didn't know. I didn't expect it to be in the chest. But, of course, either way, it was off air anyway. It was off screen, so we really didn't see it. But I thought it was really cool. I thought it would have been cooler if he would have decapitated the guy, I think we got a warning of like a graphics warning, like this was going to be too gory or something like that. So I was expecting something a little bit more. I know it's on Disney. I know it's on a Disney Plus. It's a Disney Plus series, I should say. So I guess any kind of blood would be a little bit too far. Especially when he picks up the shield and he places it, and you see that shot with it, the blood all over the shield. I guess that was a pretty gory scene. But as far as the actual scene itself, because it was off screen, I thought it would have been cool if maybe you see, like, maybe not the head roll, but like it was known that the head was decapitated. Either way, I thought that was a really cool scene. Look, again, I really did like this episode. You are starting to question even more about Sharon Carter's motives. Who is she working for? Is she working for the power broker? She's definitely not the power broker, but is she working in some capacity with the power broker? I've heard in on a couple of YouTube channels and on the internet that there have been speculation, and this makes sense, that maybe the 10 rings were going to be teased in the next episode or the finale, and maybe we even might see the Mandarin as the power broker himself. He's the actual power broker, and that'd be really cool to see the Mandarin as he's supposed to be shown, not like we got in Iron Man 3 with Trevor Slattery, but actual Mandarin, which would set him up for the Shang-Chi movie with in that universe and in that movie. So it'd be cool to see him before that movie. And again, it was really not much else. I still love the Bucky and Falcon, back and forth. Bucky was really badass in this episode, as well as the previous one, but I really liked him in this episode. I loved when Io just basically disarms his arm, literally, and it falls to the floor, and Sam's like, did you know she can do that? And he's like, no, I didn't. We got a comment really quick. Elevator's not worthy. What's up? Hey man, how you doing? Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for popping up. Did you watch the last? I'm assuming. I think, what is that? Is that Bucky? Is it your icon, Bucky? I can't really see who your icon is. No, that's not Bucky. I don't know why I thought that was Bucky. Did you see the last episode of? Have you been watching the Falcon and Winter Soldier? What'd you think? What do you think of the series so far? If you're watching, and what'd you think of this last episode? And now you got a question. So we already know from promos. We already know from not even promos, but from the trailers that came out before the series started, that Bucky and Sam are going to have that shield. It's shown that I think Sam is throwing it against trees, and I believe Bucky's there. So he's getting that shield back. So now you got to wonder, how are they going to get that back? And I just feel like now that sets up a fight and an altercation between one of them and Cap. They're going to get that shield somehow. And he's saying, yep. It is. So it is. I had a feeling, because like I said, it's really small on my screen. Yep, it's Bucky. And I'm in shock. Yeah. I thought that episode was very shocking. I think we knew in some capacity that, because you can already tell, like, they were setting it up. John Walker was very disrespected as Captain America. Nobody took him serious. You can tell when he was interrogating one of those guys, when he was trying to find out where Carly was, and some, other information regarding the things that were stolen and the whereabouts of the Flag Smashers. Like, at first he was talking in a different language, and then he goes, "Do you know who I am?" And the guy says in English, "Yes, I do, and I don't care." And then even in this episode that just passed, when he gets his ass handed to him by the Dora Milaje, he's like, they weren't even super soldiers. So you can tell, like, he's starting to become, he felt disrespected. He felt like he could never fill the shoes of Captain America without being a super soldier. He was very jealous. You can see how envious he was of Bucky when he said, "Look how easy, it must be easy for you with that super serum just coursing through your veins." And that was another scene I love, when he's trying to get by, and Bucky's like, "No, you're not doing it. You're not getting by me, buddy." Because Bucky can crack him in half. I mean, I don't know about now, because they both have the serum. But and this is a different type of serum. You already saw that Carly was shot. Now, I don't know if it was ever known or said in the MCU. And Elevators, if you can, I just want to make sure I'm saying that right. Yes. If you can back me up on this, if you do know, was the serum that Cap was the one that was given to Cap? It felt like Cap, I'm not saying Cap was invincible to bullets, because he did use a shield to protect himself in certain instances. But I just feel like if Cap was shot, would he have gotten hurt like Carly did? Or is it because it's a different type of serum? It's a little less weaker. I don't know. Because what's his face said? Nagel said in the when they were talking to him, he said it's a different type. It's subtle. It's not going to get you jacked up, because remember, you took the the original Captain America, you took Steve Rogers, as scrawny and little as he was, and then when they gave him the serum, he came out this huge jacked guy. So this is clearly a different type of serum. So I'm wondering if that's why Carly was able to take a bullet. Take a bullet in a bad way where she got wounded. So I'm just wondering how the serums. So the one that Bucky has is compared to the one now that John Walker has. That's what I'm getting at. The ending reminded me of that scene in Daredevil where Kingpin cuts off the guy's head. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So obviously Netflix can get away with a little bit more of that type of action and that type of gore in that scene. But that's a very good point. That was a really cool scene. I love Daredevil. I really did. I did enjoy the Daredevil series a lot. My favorite, season 3 was good. I do like the one with Punisher though. I love the combination of the Punisher and Daredevil. So that was a quick sidetrack, but yes. So I'm just wondering if there is a difference between the strength of the one that Bucky has in his body, even in Isaiah Bradley's body as well, compared to what the super soldiers have now in the Flag Smashers and of course John Walker. So, again, I really think a lot, and this wasn't prevalent. This wasn't the case with WandaVision. I really thought the finale. I'm sorry, the episode before the finale is usually the big one. In a lot of series, it's called the penultimate episode, the one right before the finale. So that's this upcoming Friday is going to be the penultimate episode. So I'm wondering if we're going to get a really big fight between between either Walker and Sam or Walker and Bucky, or something big is going to be shown right before the finale. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen, and is that when we're going to get that where Sam and Bucky finally get the shield, and what does Sam ultimately do with it? Because him and Carly have a moment, and they seem to both share that wanting to destroy the shield for what it stands for now, not for when Captain America wielded it, but what the shield stands for now. Does Sam destroy it? I just feel like it's a symbol you just can't destroy. It really is. And I understand what Bucky meant. Bucky's like, that's a symbol. Like it's like the American flag, basically. You don't destroy that. You don't burn that. Technically, American flag's not even supposed to hit the ground. So his first suit was protected from the really, okay, makes sense. That makes sense. But the modern day weapons, because we saw him get badly injured in Winter Soldier in his last fight. Okay. But his more modern suits could withstand modern weapons and his increased healing, so a bullet might affect him for a while. But okay. All right. Well, thank you for answering my question. Hey, can't stay long. Just thought I would jump in and say, hey, Finley, I appreciate that. Hey, love this episode. Apparently the next episode is supposed to be really emotional. All right, I'll take that. So I'm wondering what that means. We can get a big loss. I just don't. I've heard people say that they think Bucky might die, or I've even heard, and Finley knows because he's in that chat. Somebody that we usually chat with in the same Instagram chat had said that he sees Bucky maybe even killing himself. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't think so. I don't think Disney Plus or Marvel would go that dark, especially with Bucky. I get he's a man at a time. Everybody he loved, everybody he knew was pretty much gone, including Steve Rogers. So I get he might feel displaced. A little bit of that was shown when he tried dating the girl from the restaurant. But I don't see that happening. I think Bucky can still be a crucial character in the MCU. No, I didn't. I didn't hear about a cameo, and I'm really trying to stay away from. I've been trying to stay away from TV promos, and I made that mistake with WandaVision. I watched some of the not a sneak peek, but the future episode promo, and I try to stay away with that now, especially because it's such a limited series. It's only 6 episodes where I can wait, and I know I'd rather not know what's basically what I'm saying is I'd rather not know what's coming up on Friday and just see and going cold, not knowing anything. And look, we all know what happened in WandaVision. We all know what happened. Speculation of what cameo might come, who's going to be the engineer. Are we going to see Mephisto? I mean, we pretty much hurt ourselves when that finale rolled out because of our own expectations. So it's another thing. So I don't know if this is concrete, what you're talking about, Finley, as far as a cameo goes, but I'd rather not know whether it's true or not. I don't think Bucky will die. Same thing. Sebastian has more movies with Marvel, and Bucky is like Loki. He is loved too much, and Marvel would get so much hate if they killed him. I agree. I do. I mean, Bucky is a main character. Bucky is so Bucky right now, honestly, is the closest thing we have to Captain America. He's not as pure. He's not as, obviously because of all the mental the mental torment that Bucky Barnes went through to become the Winter Soldier, and all the things that he's done, all the things that he's trying to, all the wrongs that he's trying to right. There's just so much. He's just so haunted as a character that he'll never be whole. He'll never be as pure as Steve Rogers was. But he was best friends with Steve. He is the closest thing we have to a Captain America. And I was hoping I'd be okay. Look, I'm not saying I wouldn't be okay with Sam actually finally saying, you know what, I'm going to do what Steve wanted and take on the mantle. I can see that happening by the end of the series. But I really did want, and I understand why Steve didn't, and I give it to Bucky, and Bucky knows because he knows he's a flawed person, and he's tainted. So I can understand why he didn't pass the mantle to Winter Soldier, or Bucky, but I would love to see him also don the Captain America moniker. Producer came out and said that there will be a cameo. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna head out now since it's quite late where that is true. It's 5, so it's after 11 o'clock by you. So talk to you later. I appreciate it again, Finley. Have a great day. So elevators, that's another, so even more of a reason why I don't, even if it's confirmed by a producer or whatever it is, I don't want to know. The fact that I didn't even know about that, I'm happy. I'm happy I'm out reading up on these things. I wanted Bucky to get the shield in Endgame, but now I think it might have been bad for his mental health. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's why they made that ultimate decision or Steve made that ultimate decision to pass it on to Falcon and Sam, because he knows how good Sam is inside. And that's what matters. And then that's exactly why Walker, as celebrated as a hero he was in the Army or wherever he was, whatever division he was in, as celebrated, and as many medals as he has, he still went through a lot. He talked to Battlestar about it, and he always wanted to be, even when he got this role, he wanted to make a change and to take this. I can't remember how he exactly put it, but he was hoping to do good with this role as Captain America, and nobody took him serious. So that affected him. That, and of course, Battlestar getting killed just pushed him off the edge. So that's what happens when somebody, Steve Rogers was selfless. And that's why Erskine chose him. He was selfless. Remember what he said. John Walker said he put out, he dove, or I think he did something with a grenade, just like Steve Rogers did. But he used a protective shield, protective helmet. So he knew that nothing was going to happen. Steve just jumped on it. Steve jumped on a dud, perfectly fine with killing himself to save everybody around him. That's the difference. Steve did it selflessly. Walker did it heroically, but he knew that he was able to contain it. So I really like Battlestar. It was between John and Lamar. Yes. Yeah. If it was between John and Lamar, I would choose Lamar. I agree too. I was shocked. I was shocked that they actually went ahead and killed him, even though I suspected it was happening. I really thought he was going to become something. I thought he was going to become like the Battlestar in the comics. So, and I don't know if they're setting up that young kid that was helping out Sam, from the first episode. I don't know, was the one that got his ass handed to him by the Flag Smasher in the first episode. I believe in the comics, he takes up the Falcon mantle while Sam is Cap, I believe, or somewhere in the comics he does. So I'm wondering if they're going to set that up, if Sam does indeed take on the Captain America moniker or become Captain America, if that kid's going to become the Falcon, which would be cool to set that up. But again, look, we only got 2 episodes left. I think it sets something up now with Walker, whether it's an altercation between him and Bucky, him and Sam, but somebody's going to be fighting. And again, from what we've seen from the previous trailers before this series came out, we already know that Falcon and then Bucky will have that shield in their hands again. So I'm wondering how it happens, and I really think it's going to be, good. And I think next episode is going to be bigger than the finale itself, especially if you guys are saying that a cameo might happen. Now I'm curious to know what that cameo could be. Again, I previously just said that I think that the Mandarin could make an appearance as the power broker if they want to set him up before the movie Shang-Chi comes out. It makes sense. It makes sense for people to get a glimpse of what the Mandarin is supposed to be. Compared to what we got in Iron Man 3 with Trevor Slattery. And it's already been told that was not the Mandarin. That was a fake. So, hold on. Let's see. I really enjoyed the scene where John killed Nico. Thank you. I was trying to remember his name as I was rehashing that scene. It was horrible, but it shows the good versus the bad in Steve and John, because Steve did the same move on Tony. Yes, but he didn't kill him, as we said. All he did was try to disable the Ark, but he did not kill him. Yes, he all did it to protect Bucky. It's now my favorite cinematic comparison. Very good. And I think the Power Broker is the robot version. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome. So I forgot what YouTube channel I was just recently watching. I didn't even realize that in one of the MCU movies, I can't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was the first Captain America, but the character of Zola, in the background, you can actually see blueprint. I think it was Captain America, because I think that was the last time we saw him in human form. Because then in what was it? Was it Ultron? I think it was. Then again, in Civil War, he's the face on the computer screen. So I believe in Captain America, the First Avenger, there's actual blueprints on Zola's desk or somewhere around Zola where he's already got a version of the suit you're talking about. So that would be awesome if we get that. But I don't know if that's going to be the Power Broker, but that would be pretty cool if that happens. And if that's the cameo we're talking about, that would be awesome. And I would think that would put this episode even above this one. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that this next episode, I'm hoping both the next 2 are great, but I really hope it's this next episode, the penultimate episode, is going to be the big one. So we'll see what happens. But all right, guys, look, I'm going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to briefly talk about this. I can go on and on, but at the same time, it really is a confined series. You get enough action, you get really cool scenes. Again, I said some of them creepy with Zemo and the kids when he's singing that song, but it's so confined. And the series, I really think that this series is done so well. Just enough action, a couple, little comedic tones here and there. But I like when Sam says, when he tells Bucky to stop, because he doesn't, he's agitating you, and he's talking about Zemo, and he's going to do that stupid head tilt. And Zemo right away just straightens his head. I thought that was funny. And again, as I said, Io and the Dora Milaje scene was really cool when they were kicking ass in there as well. But all right, yeah. So I'm looking forward to Friday's episode. As I said, 2 more episodes left, so we should expect bigger and bigger even more bigger things to happen. And now I'm curious to know about that cameo, guys. I am curious to know about the cameo. Hopefully, it's big. But at the end of the day, I don't want to sit here and speculate too much, because, as I said, then what happens to us? What happened to us in WandaVision happens all over again. And I just don't want to, hype it up too much and then just get our what do you call it? Hold on. Just so you know, the camos. Oh, Hmm. A woman. I'm gonna let that I'm gonna let that stew. So hold on. So first of all, I want to know really quick, why is my computer emanating this sound? Oh. So apparently, this sucks. Apparently my microphone wasn't even turned on the whole time. I hope you guys heard me all right. I'm like, why is the sound coming from my desktop? It's supposed to be coming from my headphones. And why is my what the oh man, I'm pissed off now. My microphone is my default settings. I don't know what happened. Um, but now I'm curious. So if the producer basically came out and said, "Hey, we got a cameo coming," did they basically say it? Oh, it's on Reddit. Oh, I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason my microphone wasn't switched as my default audio. Just makes no sense. But all right. So it's on Reddit. All right. Well, I'm definitely not looking into Marvel spoilers. The fact that you said it's a woman, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna look into it. But all right, guys, I'll wrap up. Again, as I said, another episode of Talk Soup. I just did a spoilerish discussion. I guess it was spoilers because I just said John Walker took the serum. Spoiler discussion of episode 4 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. The whole world is watching. What do you guys think is going to happen? We only got 2 more episodes left. Let me know in the comments what you think is about to happen. Spoiler free. If you guys know something I don't want to be spoiled. And also don't spoil it for somebody who might read the comments as well. But also, of course, like the stream, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Elevator's not worthy. If you're not subscribed yet, I would love the support. I would love the like, and of course, hit that notification bell so that way you know each time I come on. I generally like to come on either Saturday or Sunday, the day or two after WandaVision. I usually try to coordinate my schedule with the co-host. She was unable to come on this weekend anyway, but Sundays usually work for both of us. But if I can come on Saturday, that'd be even better. But all right. So he also says, I think being a woman was confirmed, though. All right. I appreciate that very much. And as I said, I will be on again next week as I discuss spoilers for the full episode of episode 5. I can't believe we're almost done with the series already. And then we got to wait till June for Loki. I was really hoping that they were going to not have that much long of a wait. And I know the reason why. I know because originally Black Widow was supposed to be coming out in the theaters and we were going to have that to kind of, fill in that lull a little bit. But at the same time, I really kind of wish we didn't have to wait till June. It's like 2 months away. But all right, guys, I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Again, Just Your Average Joe with Talk Soup. And I will see you guys again next week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys.